So we found out something pretty interesting today. The big bad Cyberdemon in Doom Eternal is not even a Cyberdemon. Technically now it's a brand new enemy known as the Tyrant, according to Doom's official Twitter. So there was actually speculation that this enemy was going to be called Tyrant. And I was actually going to make a video about it, discussing if I think it is or not and why that would be. But by the time I got the video ready, it actually was confirmed on Twitter that this in fact is not a Cyberdemon in name. At least it is a Tyrant, as we can see here. He's called the Tyrant. So we're not sure at this point if this is the name for all the Cyberdemons we're going to see in Doom Eternal, if there's more than one. I mean, I would prefer if there's more than one instead of just one Cyberdemon, like a boss fight like it was in Doom 2016. I feel like they should go down the Doom 2 route now and make them more of a mini boss and make them more regular. I mean, of course, we're not sure if this is actually just the name of this specific Cyberdemon, the Tyrant, or if they're all going to be called Tyrants now. It's unclear because we don't know how many Cyberdemons there's going to be in this game. Or this could be like a unique type of Cyberdemon. Maybe the other ones look similar to what they did in Doom 2016, and this Cyberdemon is his own version. Maybe it's like a USC modified version, or a specific hellish creature made just to hunt down the Doomslayer or something. I don't know, but he looks really cool. I mean, I love the classic design of him, but it's quite interesting because I do feel like they've done this more or less for a reason, because the Cyberdemon in Doom 2016 kind of, I think, was supposed to be a one-off enemy, the way they did him, because I remember reading the Doom lore that this Cyberdemon was one of the very few enemies that actually didn't fear the Slayer. He actually actively hunted for the Slayer many times, and this is why I feel like they don't want to actually change the storyline. I don't want to erase it. They would actually rather leave him as his own specific enemy and maybe make these Tyrants a new form of Cyberdemon or something. Maybe, at least my best bet is that these creatures were designed by Hell to sort of be an upgraded version of the original Cyberdemon that we saw. Hell probably wanted the enemy to be something along the lines of what the original Cyberdemon was, where he was not afraid of the Doomslayer and he would actively hunt for him. That might be why he came out the portal. Maybe the Cyberdemon or the Tyrant is actually, once again, actively hunting for the Doomslayer instead of trying to run in the other direction, or of course fear him. Because most, if not all, other demons fear the Slayer except for the Cyberdemon, at least according to the Doom lore. And it would make sense for Hell to try and recreate this enemy in many different ways and upgrade it if it's one of the only enemies that actually stand a chance of taking down the Slayer. And this time they've made the Tyrant, which is probably going to be an upgraded version of the Cyberdemon, maybe with a few new techs and everything. I mean, obviously I don't think he's going to be much of a success when the Doomslayer gets his hands on him, especially when he's got the BFG. But still, it's pretty cool to see that this is not technically a Cyberdemon, it's actually a Tyrant now. But does that open doors for the original Cyberdemon, or the Doom 2016 one, to re-enter back in Doom Eternal? I don't know. Maybe the Tyrant is actually the name for the Cyberdemon after transformation or before transformation, because who knows, maybe there's a Cyberdemon out there before he was cyber modified and turned into what he is now. Before he becomes the Cyberdemon, he probably originally was at one point just full demon, possibly this Tyrant at least anyway. So maybe the Tyrant is actually the upgraded, or the before the upgraded version of the Cyberdemon, and then when he's been modified he then becomes the Cyberdemon kind of thing. I don't know, but it does look like these are going to be different creatures from the one that we saw in Doom 2016. So anyway, what do you guys think of this? Do you think it was kind of unnecessary changing his name to what he is now, especially now that this Cyberdemon actually is the one that looks like the original Cyberdemon but it doesn't have the name? Technically it is around the wrong way. It makes sense if the other Cyberdemon from Doom 2016 was known as the Tyrant, because he's the one that looks completely different. But it is what it is, I guess, and I do like his name. So what do you guys think of it? Do you think it's a great name? Do you think it, like, once again, it's kind of unnecessary, or do you think it's a good change? And what do you think? Do you think we're going to see more Cyberdemons this time, or would it be just a singular boss fight again? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.